a moment, take a look up in the sky. Think about the blessings, all the blessings that you got. It's a great day to be alive. With all the busy lives, time is sure to fly by. Don't forget to take
Hey, welcome to another edition of It's a Great Day at SAGU podcast. I'm your host, whether you like it or not, Rick Bowles. That guy over there is our co-host, who we call Carnell.
Hola.
He is the senior director of Alumni. You know, it's interesting. I bring that up because I've had a couple of people this week when we did our staff development think you were the director of development and that Gideon was the alumni director. And I said, you know, nothing against Gideon, but James has the personality. Gideon.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not good at raising money. That's not my job. I just like to, build relationships with people, have fun.
And then turn it over to
and
somebody
then turn
else.
it over to somebody to, to squeeze them dry for every penny that they have.
Yes.
And that's you guys.
That's my job.
Yeah. So I tell everybody they can, when I see my number pop up on caller ID, they can answer because I'm going to take them to lunch, play golf, something fun.
You're going to be fun.
I'm going to be fun. These guys are the vampires, so you can ghost their calls if you want. But yeah. So,
Thanks for being a good team.
you know
player.
how? Yes, anytime. Don't worry
Speaking
about
of
it.
team
Yeah.
player, I understand you went to Mexico last week and didn't invite me. So what's that all about?
Well, I wanted to have a vacation, so I wanted to enjoy myself. So yeah, we had a family vacay.
What was some of the foods you had? What were some
Oh,
of the favorites?
dude. The question is, what food didn't I have while I was there? It was Ginger's birthday. She had a very important milestone birthday, which I'm not going to tell you how, because that's not proper to tell a woman's age.
Very smart.
Very smart. And I've been married long
You
enough.
want to go home.
I do. I want to have a home to go to. That's correct. And but yeah, it was celebrating her birthday, so all my family was there, my kids and my in-laws and all that. That was fun. We went to Hotel Xcaret. Arte.
Spell that, would you?
Xcaret. And that was in the Mayan Riviera area of Mexico. It was a great time. All-inclusive resort, which means all the food you can eat.
Yep.
Right? And I tried. I did. I tried. I really did. I've been on this good diet. I've been doing really well the past couple months. But, man, I went off the train. Oh, dude, off the rails like a crazy train. It was fun, though. One day, though, I did find out that you got to be careful. You can't drink the water unless
A little different than your water.
it was, and it was a day where I saw the food twice. So it was. Don't mean to be a little gross.
We don't want to go into details.
I could go into details, but it's not good. Now let's just say then, but but the food was amazing. They made this one lady made homemade empanadas and quesadillas right there in front of you. Oh my word! Oh, it was so delicious. And she, however you want it, and she also made these homemade crepes. And I told her a special way to do them with bananas and bananas Foster. It was so good.
So you had your own personal cook? Sounds like
it was almost like that because you could just go up and order and tell her exactly how you want. She did it right there in front. It was it was amazing. So yes, I ate way too much.
Well, enough about your wonderful vacation.
And what did you do, Rick?
I worked. I was here.
Did
I was
you?
committed. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you the only one in the office?
Probably.
Wow. Amy.
Well, Amy, our executive assistant and also our
Event coordinator.
Yes, she got married, and she was in Mexico the same week. But I understand your families were not in the same place. So,
No,
yeah,
we were in different
country.
locales. Yes, big country.
Yes,
So
it is.
it was fun.
Well, wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is our second episode to have the video, so we're kind of working through that,
Yeah, Rick has a face for radio, but not video. So that's why he's turned this way and I'm turned this way.
That's
There
right.
you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
But before we introduce our special guest
No, let's
today-
go ahead and introduce her.
No, we're going to wait.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mystery guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mystery guest.
Yes.
Can you identify this voice?
But we will talk a lot about food today.
Yes, we will.
I'd like to share some advice from John Maxwell. Many people know who he is. He's the leadership guru, but happened to be at the Oaks Church this past Sunday, where my wife and I attend. So I want to share a little devotional from him. I thought it was really good. So just before the Passover feast, Jesus knew that he had the time to come and leave this world. See, I already messed it up. Jesus knew that the time had come to leave this world to go to the Father. Having loved his dear companions, he continued to love them right to the end. And that's John 13:1. If you lead your team, you're responsible for making sure the revolving door through which current employees leave the organization and new employees enter swings in such a way that better players are joining the team than leaving. One of the ways you can facilitate that is to place high value on the good people you already have on the team. Every team has three groups of players. There are the starters, who directly add value to the organization or who directly influence its course. Then you've got the bench players who add value to the organization indirectly or who support the starters who do. And the third group is a core group within the starters that I call the inner circle members. These are people without whom the team would fall apart. Your job is to make sure each group is continually developed so that the bench players are able to step up to become starters, and starters are able to step up to become inner circle members. If your treatment of key people doesn't match their value, you run the risk of losing them. What are your thoughts on that, Carnell?
I think I'm one of those valuable people that you can't afford to lose.
Oh.
That's what I got out of that.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's what I got out of that. You asked me how I felt. Yeah,
It's an interesting concept.
It is
but-
true,
but,
though.
yeah.
It's a very true concept. I think we spend a lot of time today. It's really evident when you deal with some of the big companies, AT&T, Sprint, all these. They have started to change their philosophy, but for a long time, their philosophy was spending more money on getting new customers instead of retaining the customers that they had. The ones that have been loyal for 10, 15, 20 years. And so I think there was enough backlash because they realized if they just did a little bit more incentives for their current customers, they could overall increase their bottom line. And so we've started to see more of that investment in the current customer base that they have. Good customers, loyal customers, paying customers, et cetera. So, I think we have to learn that as leaders, man. You find good people, keep them. And do what it takes because they're going to help you grow your company.
And every person, I keep reminding myself, and hope you, if you're a supervisor, leader of a team, everybody has a part to play in the team to making whatever your assignment is successful. And we all should be, as leaders, preparing, if that person wants to step into a new role, to help them and encourage them and provide opportunities for advancement within the company. So just some good words of advice here today. Well, our special guest today, you've heard her a little bit, Kipp Dougherty, and she is with Provider Food Service. Kipp is the VP of Culinary and Operational Excellence. James, you need a title like that.
Sorry.
It's all things food.
Yes, I like
He likes food, so
I like food. I do.
In case you have missed it, Provider is our new food service partner. I wanted to say our new food provider, but that
Provider is our new
With
food
our
provider.
name. Yeah.
She's part of Provider, who is providing our food services.
I like that.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, are y'all hiring
Absolutely.
food
Come on
tasters?
down.
Yeah, food tasters. I would be.
Is that your key role?
I think I have a gifting in that area.
It appears that you do.
So I would love to be a part of that.
And I think we're okay with drinking the water around here, right?
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We won't be going, where's James?
Yes.
there you go.
That's
Where's
right.
James?
Where's James?
Tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with Provider and what that title really means.
Absolutely. Well, I have been in food since I can remember, standing next to my mom at the stove and starting in restaurants when I was about 11, working alongside of my mom, and I've just always loved it. I've loved all things food. A lot of catering background, having fun with events growing up, not only just with family, but with work, lots of weddings and things of that nature. Then I worked in hotels and restaurants, and then I'm going to age myself here. About 35 years ago, I started working in the university environment. Had never been involved in food service and realized it was, the universities were huge cities that had lots of opportunity. So I was at University of California, Riverside for almost 15 years and built their program there, really based on food and more from a restaurant approach. And then 15 years ago, Rodney Couch, who's the owner of our company, who started in restaurants, and we still have seafood restaurants. Rodney approached me to come to work for him. And at first I was going to go back to culinary school, and then he was very convincing. So I joined the team 15 years ago at Cal Baptist University. And really what's different about our company and what's kind of exciting is that we come completely from a restaurant perspective. We're not an institute. We don't come from an institutional background. We're not built on institutional style food service. We're built on restaurant style food service. And so bringing that into the university environment has been very successful and very well received. And it's how we had an award-winning program at CBU. And we also use that at our other accounts as well. Very excited to be on the campus of SAGU and working with the SAGU team and being able to bring this kind of new style of food service to campus. And I think what you're gonna see with us is we're chefs first, servant style leadership in our background, and we're all about the food and the service.
Awesome.
And we love food.
Yes.
I love food.
Yeah.
So a lot of kind of made to order type things. One of the things that we noticed when we came to campus, and one of the things that we've noticed at other campuses, we really wanted to make it student centric. So it's really about food when they want it, what they want, and where they want it. And taking the barriers away and out of their way so they can concentrate on school, but they're able to get food how they want it.
Right.
And things have really changed over the last, let's say 5 to 10 years, if not extremely fast through COVID, where people have really changed their eye. But students are looking for portable food as well. And so the traditional all-you-care-to-eat environment where that's their only option really doesn't meet a current student's needs. So our program for fall that we're so excited about is students are going to be able to use their meal plans to eat at not only Einstein's, but to eat in the CAF. And they'll also be able to use it in the Lion's Den, where we're doing a concept called DeliCraft, where it's build-to-order sandwiches and bowls in that location.
Great.
So from the time we open in the morning until 9 or 10 at night, depending upon the day, students will have options to swipe.
Wow.
And I think that's going to be a game changer for them to be able to work that into their busy lifestyles.
So you've kind of covered your mission a little bit, but go into a little bit more detail on what you mean by chef-driven campus.
Absolutely. Well, our team, we're chefs at heart. I'm a chef. Our team is led by chefs. And when we're developing the food, that's the angle that we come at it from. We don't come at it from an institutional kind of food service standpoint.
Right.
We're watching trends. We're watching what's going on in the industry. We're seeing what students and faculty and staff are eating outside of the campus. What are the trends? What are the things that they want to see? What are the types of food? So that's what we mean by chef-driven. We're watching the food. We're looking at it from that perspective. One of the stations or our style in the CAF, we do something called composed plates. And composed plates is you get a plate that is put together like in a restaurant. And so when you come up, and then we do it in smaller portions. Since it's all you care to eat, we do it in a small plate format so that you have the opportunity to go to all the stations. You don't have to worry that, oh my gosh, I only want 2 or 3 bites of this and I'm going to waste the rest. So maybe I'm not going to try that today.
Right.
Because it's just too much food. So we do it in a smaller plated portion for you that's ready just in time for you to grab and pick up, because we're also pay close attention to your time. Your time's valuable. You don't want to wait in long lines forever to get your food. So it's that kind of balance between preparing it just as you need it, but not so far in advance that the quality suffers. And we find one of the greatest compliments to us is when students and faculty come and they grab something they love so much to come back and grab another one. And I mean, that's the beauty of the all you care to eat. You can do as much as you want, but then we're also able to give you a lot more variety, so to speak, in the size of portions that make sense for you to have as many as you want. So that's something a little different than us.
Yeah, that's good.
That's awesome. So, one of my favorite movies that has really touched me, over the years recently. It speaks to me is ratatouille. It's one of those deep.
It is.
He says, if you are what you eat, then I only want to eat the good stuff. So that speaks
Makes
to me.
sense.
It does. It speaks to me. So I want to eat the good stuff. So what are some of the menus? What are some of the good stuff that the staff, university, as well as the students can look forward to? What are some of the dishes maybe that we can?
Fresh. Well, we go in a couple different directions.
Mm-hmm.
So, Fresh Mex is well loved everywhere.
Yes.
And being a California company too, we have a lot of we have a Baja influence, but we also we have our Texas roots here. In fact, I'm married to a Texan, so I'm born here and raised by Dallas. But we go in a direction. Our food we would call global. So we use a lot of global flavors and stuff but still familiar enough to not be, too far out there. But tacos, of course, are huge. Carne asada tacos, carnitas. We do Korean tacos, a Korean short rib taco, Baja fish tacos from the taco range. A lot of different bowls. We do global bowls because that tends to be something that resonates with students, and you can go in a lot of different directions with bowls. But we'll go the direction of comfort, which is, mashed potatoes, chicken, gravy, all the good stuff. Or we do a shrimp and grits bowl with a jalapeno cheddar, jalapeno jack grits.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget burgers; they need to be in there too.
Yeah.
They need to be there. And then the station that we noticed students and faculty staff really liked was what they called, I believe, stir fry.
Right.
Or their version of it. And we're expanding upon that. So it'll be more global. So maybe today it's Asian, maybe tomorrow it's Italian. We also do Latin, maybe it's Spain today, and we're doing a paella version of that. But it's a more customizable bowl that you can.
And I would assume, because I know in the past there was a long line in that. You have to think of how to do it quicker, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, it's funny, Katie and I were talking about that through summer conference because we came on board right before summer conference. And we're really just kind of talking about how we focus a lot on what we call throughput. And that's really just how fast to get people through. And the things that we do, and what I talked about with the small plates and just in time, we're putting that plate up for you to grab right as you go through. And if you didn't want tomatoes on it, fine, we'll stop and do that for you, no problem. But 90% of the people are going to take it exactly how we're building it that you'd get in the restaurant. And so you're going to speed that line up.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean that we're rigid and we're not going to, customize things for you. In the pasta line, it's just about knowing how to go fast, and that's something that we know how to do.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's amazing. So you said comfort food, which I'm a Southern guy, right? Grew up in, Southern Missouri. Arkansas, Tennessee, my roots. Now, are you going to have chocolate gravy and biscuits? I'm just curious. Have you heard of that delicacy?
I have not heard of chocolate gravy. We definitely have biscuits and gravy, but our chef here was raised in Texas, so I'm sure he
Maybe I could sneak that recipe in, and we can make that work. Yeah. Rick's over there.
No,
can do it in a single portion.
Yeah, I grew up on chocolate gravy.
It is definitely a
delicacy.
It's a delicacy.
Sunday morning. Sunday morning. Chocolate gravy and biscuits,
Yeah, Grandma's house.
Yeah.
Man, come on. Okay, sorry.
We'll have barbecue too, of course, and brisket.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Brisket loaded fries, things of that. Things of that nature.
I'm ready for lunch.
I'm getting hungry now. So that sounds amazing, the menus. And then in the Lion's Den, you mentioned they're going to be having some unique offering there as well. That sounds really exciting.
I think you're going to be excited when you see that. We've done, in collaboration with the campus, we've done a refresh of that space, brightened it, lightened it, made it more friendly, and of course fast.
And more seating, I understand.
More seating, yes. And again, it wasn't utilized as a meal swipe. Our philosophy is students should be able to get food when they want it, where they want it, and how they want it. Nice, yeah. So that's going to open that up to them too, according to their schedule, and that food is portable and to go. And we'll have it's 2 stations in there. They come in and they they can either do a bowl. We have today's bowl, whether it be a teriyaki bowl today, whether it be a Baja bowl. We'll have different bowls on the different days. Or then have a custom build-to-made sandwich that we put, if they want it toasted, we toast it and put whatever toppings they want on it. They're able to grab 2 sides So the sides could be chips if they wanted it, or fresh fruit. We have side salads, little snackies, cookies, things like that. A beverage, they swipe and they go. And so I think they're going to love that convenience and that option to be able to do that. I think faculty and staff will love it as well. There's a sandwich combo with chips and a drink that will be there, and a bowl combo as well for people to go through. So it's not just for the meal plan student, although the residential population is a large portion of that meal plan.
Well, tell us about Einstein's. Is there going to be any changes there on food side of that, or is that going to pretty much be what it is?
The menu is driven by Einstein's for the most part. Now, we did simplify in the summer just because of the numbers in summer, but we'll go with a fall menu, but they'll be able to swipe in there as well.
Okay.
And so, again, now they've got 3 locations on campus, and based on where they are, where the class is, what their schedule is, they'll be able to swipe on any of those locations.
So in the past, the staff, faculty have had, like you can purchase so many meal tickets in advance and get a little discount.
Yep.
Not to put you on the spot, but is that going to have some opportunity for staff and faculty?
Yeah, Katie is working on the final plan of that, which I believe should be done within the next week.
All right, that'd be great.
Awesome.
Cool.
I'm getting hungry right now.
Well, we had staff development day a couple of days ago, and we're in there for lunch, and your team served us, and I heard nothing but positive comments on the food. I love some of the new seating that you've got, the high boys, the tables are a little higher, and I guess I think you painted, and just it's nice anytime you can refresh something. Yeah. And but the food so far, I've only eaten twice in there, but so far it's been very, very well done. So we're excited about it.
Very
we're
glad.
excited about it. Yeah.
Well, Ismail's a great chef. So Ismail's been with our company for 20 years, and in my opinion, has one of the best palates in our entire company. He does a great job.
So he's there full time.
He's full time. He's your executive chef.
Okay.
Wow. On board here.
Exciting.
And then in the dining room, again, we're really excited. We tried to create neighborhoods in there. So instead of just a flat level of seating, and you haven't even seen the best part yet, they don't have the booths in yet.
Right.
They don't have the artwork up yet. They don't have all the tables kind of organized in there. But there are some tall community tables in there that break it up a little bit. There's some tall rounds, and then some of the standard, height seating as well as booths. And we've added more booths in there. So depending upon who you're coming to eat with, or what's going on, you're able to choose kind of a different neighborhood. Some of the areas might be a little more quiet than others, some more active than others, but we really wanted to try to create that. And we looked at the overall operations, and that it's really great bones. Yeah. The structure and all of that is there. It's just kind of freshening up and modernized a little bit. Paint goes a long way, to freshening things up, and, some of the new furniture. But we were able to also really try to do that as cost effectively as possible without really doing any major construction, is really refresh. And
well, obviously our customer is the student, and I'm excited to hear the fact that you guys think the same way. I mean, you're just a partner of the fact that we've got to make sure that we do the best and serve our customers the best we possibly can through education and community and all these things. And food goes so much into that.
It does.
I'm excited to hear the comments from the students when they come back, because I don't know that everyone knew there was going to be a change, but I think the word got out. But until they get in there and start eating it, and I think the whole idea of 3 different areas on campus. Grab and go is going to be a big hit. It
fits much more of their lifestyle, and we're very excited to be here, and to be a part of that. And we see the value in the food program. We don't see ourselves as contractors or anything, so we see ourselves as part of the community. And retention, of course, is a huge value. We want to retain students and attract students to the campus, and be an overall part of the campus.
I think I didn't introduce James Anderson here. He's our fill-in producer,
and I see a pattern here with James.
I know. We won't get into that. But I think you might even start eating in the calf now, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a little bit, but
I think once you start tasting the food, you'll be over there. You'll just tell Mr. Cookman you don't have time to work during lunch.
Just eat the whole day.
You need a break. Yeah. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
I mentioned Staff Development Day a few days ago, and I just want to give props to the HR and Business Services departments. I thought they did a great job in mixing inspiration, education, fun for the day. And I just mentioned, I think I heard a lot of positives about the food that we had. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know if you went to any of the breakouts. I did.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I went to...
Because I was told to by you.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So you actually did something I asked you to do?
Yes, I did.
I'm impressed.
I know.
I went
You
to
should be.
Our Chief Ron,
Ooh,
security.
yes.
He is an incredible instructor. Have you ever been in a session with him at all?
Only shooting guns.
Okay, well,
So,
he had
I'm on the safety team, so we actually go out and do training.
Okay.
And
he had his
so-
gun on his belt, but
the whole time. And so you did listen.
I did. Well, I mean,
Because the taser was... I begged him to tase you one time.
Yeah,
just I want to see him flop
but
for
see,
5 seconds. That would be
he
fun.
appreciates having a job. See,
Does he?
but the point is, he did a great job talking about team and relationships. And then I didn't get to go to all of the breakouts, but I went to the Joneses.
Yes.
Nolan
Joneses.
and Peggy Jones, and they talked about de-stressing and how to deal with stress. Seems to be a big topic today.
Especially working with...
Yeah. But I thought they did a fantastic
Were you able
job.
to keep up with the Joneses, is my question.
They were so good, I almost fell asleep.
Did you? I prod you.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
De-stress, get it.
Yeah, I got it.
But-
They said relaxation
Yes.
techniques, and you put them into practice immediately.
How to
I
breathe
saw that.
better, things
Yeah.
like that. But anyway, I just
Taking a
wanted to
nap.
give a thank you to everyone that was involved. I am a little bit.
Deaf?
No, I have a couple of complaints though. First, I discovered that if you stand too close to our wellness director Kelly
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
she has a whistle.
Yes.
a natural.
That's why I said
whistle.
you're deaf now.
Yeah. I almost fell off my feet. I was standing next to her, and she
It
tried
was
to get
scary.
everyone's attention.
She could whistle so
She
loud it
whistled.
would scare you.
I
Yes.
almost fell down. And then the
But
second,
she did an amazing job with the planning of the activities. I
Yes.
thought that was phenomenal.
She did. I noticed that you didn't last very long in dodgeball.
Hey.
But-
I was the very number one first loser team.
There you go.
We were the first losers.
So the other thing is they gave away prizes like money,
I like
gift
prizes.
cards. I didn't win one. Two of my staff won prizes. One
Yeah.
won $100.
Yep.
The other won $50.
Yep.
And I'm filing a complaint.
Did they share with you?
No.
Did they take you to lunch?
No.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
But other than that, well done, HR, Ruth,
Yes.
Katie,
all
and,
those, yeah.
all of those involved with that.
Excellent
So,
job.
Well, this is a time, I guess,
Yes.
for a joke or two.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
want me to tell jokes? I didn't. I should have come prepared. I
Oh.
just feel so inadequate here.
I tried to slip by it, but I noticed you were giving me that eye like you forgot the jokes.
No, I was going to get him in there one way or another. You know that, right? Well, and it's amazing. I used to be a chef. I actually worked. I was manager of a breakfast restaurant.
I did not know
when
this.
I was a teenager. I was,
And I was your youth pastor.
and
I
you
didn't
were
know
my
this.
youth pastor. Yeah, I think everybody's heard that story, Rick. And I owe you. I know. Whatever. Get over it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was a chef.
We'll put you to work.
I was a short cook. Is that what you call them? Short?
Well, that's what we would call you.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Very good. I set you up and you took it. I was hoping you would. Yes, I was a short cook, short order. I was actually the short cook. But it was funny. To get started, I actually had to steal my first kitchen utensil. It was a whisk I was willing to take, though. So, yes. It was good. Yeah, right? But I realized after doing that for a while that the real money is in being a pastry chef. They make a lot of dough.
Saw that one coming.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah, come on. You know that was coming. Food cost, as you know, always an issue, right? In the industry, food cost is always an issue. We had to go with fake noodles. We called it impasta.
Yes.
I got him actually to laugh on that one. I think
Sorta,
that was
sorta, kinda.
sort of, kind of. And the food always goes bad, right? You can always tell when the food goes bad.
How's that?
They start hanging around with the wrong crowd. Yeah, so it's bad. Oh,
Lost that one.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay,
Missed that one.
Yeah, okay. Food hanging around with the wrong crowd go bad. Oh, well, okay. Customers, complain all the time. You know that. Customers complain. One guy calls me over to this table and says, I got a fly in my soup. What's he doing? And I said, looks like it's a backstroke. Okay. Another guy calls me over and said, hey, there's a cockroach eating my food. And I said, well, you are in his seat.
That is just so wrong.
It is. Another guy calls me over and complains. He goes, there's no meat on my plate. And I said, yes, that's a missed steak. Mistake. Yes. Okay. All right. Good news, though.
Yeah.
I was able to invent popcorn for dads. I just gave the punchline. Corn for dads. Popcorn. Yes, that was boom.
Maybe that's a sign you should wind them down.
Well, okay, last one.
All right.
Last joke. Here we go. You're going to appreciate this, okay,
You
as
sure?
a chef. You should. I was able to buy a car with all my income, right? It was the new Tesla S version, right? Alternative fuel. It ran on butter. Because every good chef knows you need butter to make escargot. Oh. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all week. Yes. Sadly, but true.
Well, we need to wind down this exciting podcast.
Oh, must we?
Must
we?
And normally JB reads our new employees, and so
I can do that.
I'm going to ask you to do that.
Can we have a little mood music as I read this? Because I just think that we need something. Music of mood. All right. So we want to introduce our new staff that have come on, and we want to first start off with Ethan Childs. Ethan is the new dorm pastor for AIC. He enjoys playing, singing, and listening to music. He loves playing video and board games and reading again and nature trailing.
What's nature trailing?
I don't know.
Walking in nature on a trail? Is that
I
it?
guess that could be, or maybe you're trailing nature. You're behind it.
I don't
know. I don't get that, but it's okay.
Good for Nathan, though.
Good job, Nathan.
Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan. Good job. We love that you trail nature, and all that. So also Matthew Holgate. He's a new director of student life for AIC. He enjoys photography and long walks on the beach and singing in the rain.
That's not.
Oh, that's not on there,
the
is there?
notes,
Oh,
no.
okay. It just sounded with the music.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have Chandler Maynard. He's the new special service specialist at the Learning Centers, and he enjoys sports.
Just all sports.
Just sports.
Okay.
In general.
Yeah.
Now, I guess esports would be part of that,
Maybe.
which video games too could be added onto that.
It could be.
So we're excited to have all of these new staff members.
There's two that you missed.
There's two that I missed. I'm looking.
I'm bringing those up.
You're bringing those up?
Megan Murphy Matthews
Oh,
is
there
the
you
new
go.
service
Yeah.
specialist for financial aid. She enjoys painting, singing, and acting.
And acting.
There you go.
I
And-
enjoy acting too.
Yes, you do.
Acting like I work.
And then there's Daisy Ortega. I hope I said that right. It's Deisy. I assume it's Daisy, but maybe not. She is a new campus security officer. She gets to work with our Chief Ron. And she enjoys reading, watching shows, and listening to music.
And tasing bad people.
That's you.
That is me. Hey, did I ever tell you I had to go through, as a police chaplain for 14 years, I had to go through all the training with the officers, and I got tased. Had to go through that and got the whole 5-second ride, flipping around on the floor.
That explains a lot.
It does, doesn't it?
Thank you. I was about to say that, but
There's a little bit of
we need
issue that I
to
have.
keep her around.
She's here with us. I love it. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I believe it's going to wrap another.
that's it.
another
Yes, thankfully, right?
So it's a great day at SAGU.
It is.
Make it one.
Yes.